Welcome back. This is Craig with Hurry Up Pinball on the Hurry Up Pinball Podcast, and this is still episode 1, Ben.
Okay,
and
it's your
this
show.
is part 2 of episode 1. We debated whether or not we should call it episode 2 or episode 1, but it's episode 1, part 2. So not all of them will have 2 parts, but we got a lot to talk about, don't we?
We could go 3 parts, probably.
We could talk all day because this is what we do.
Yeah.
And if there were kids in the room, they'd be like, "You guys are boring."
Yeah.
Just leave.
Shut up, old man.
All right, so let's see. What did we talk about before? So in the previous episode, we talked about
Origin
TVBen,
stories.
Origin stories, yes. How we got started in pinball, all that good stuff. How we fixed pinball machines. Top 5 games, least favorite games, and that's kind of where we left off. So looking at the list here, it looks like the next thing that I have is latest releases.
Okay.
So you touched on it earlier. You went to the arcade on Christmas.
On Christmas Day.
Because you're special. You're the only one
special.
allowed in there on Christmas.
Yep.
And you had Chinese food.
Chinese food, and yeah, it was fun.
Okay.
We've done this. I think we figured out it was 4 years in a row. We've done this.
That sounds like a good Christmas.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, it was great.
It's relaxing. That
I
sounds
stayed
relaxing.
at home all day, and then went to the. Are you all right over there?
Yeah. I'm putting my arms down.
Oh,
I can't put my arms down.
that's appropriate for now. Timely. Yeah, so we had Chinese food, then went to the arcade. I had not seen Elton John or the new Metallica yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've
As someone
seen
who
videos.
owns Metallica, I found that very disappointing.
I just haven't had a chance. I'm a very
It's
busy person.
unacceptable.
Hopefully less busy.
James,
we'll see.
Lars.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I do
they'll
have
be-
tickets to the show in Charlotte coming up this late spring.
Fair enough. Are
Yeah.
there tickets?
Yeah, I do have tickets.
You got tickets?
Yeah.
You front
I have-
row?
No.
You gonna let James spit on you?
Do you know how much front row was?
Oh my God, it's probably like $5,000.
My tickets are decent, and they were like $300 each.
Oh, goodness.
But I have a problem with Ticketmaster as well. I got screwed during that whole process, and then got kicked out. And
It's almost as bad as when you're going for Taylor Swift tickets, right?
oh yeah, I don't even what's her fan club even called, but they have a 5th member club, and that gets you early access. And I was had the tickets and seats I wanted, clicked go, booted me out. Had to wait 30 more minutes to get back in. Still before general public sale, but I lost the ones I wanted. But
man.
yeah, I was wanting to play it, but yeah, I was kind of wondering how they were going to do with this with, been having one since it came out, and they really did a good job.
Did they nail it?
They did.
Did they nail it?
It still plays exactly the same.
Yeah.
I'm sure they probably made some clearances, and I just hit that, and some different things, but it feels exactly the same. The animations are great. The playfield stuff looks cool. The black lights. I was playing, and this is the premium. They didn't make a pro for this run, so it's got the hammer, and I didn't know. Troy was telling me, he was like, "Hey, when the lock shows up, then the hammer will go." And I was like, "The lock? Where's the lock?" And there's actually UV on the playfield and a black light when the hammer's ready.
Works.
It's underneath the hammer right there, and I was like.
Cool.
Oh, so yeah, then you did that, and the hammer isn't as loud as it was in the original, which I always loved.
I love that, dude. That was one of the best pinball moments. When I saw that for the first time, I was like, boom, and you're like, oh shit.
But I
awesome.
had a few good games on it, and then my last game, I think, what did I get? 580 or something. I had 2 multi-balls going. I had crap, I've had this game for years and I never remember. What's the Master of Puppets basically multi-ball?
Cemetery?
Cemetery, the Grave Marker.
Yeah.
And Sparky. I had both of those going, and it just started
lighten up.
Yeah, it just started. I was at like 190 and then went up into the 500s.
That's something John Borg likes to do, like Walking Dead.
You
the
start
multi-balls. Yeah, like
picking it
you
up.
can start multi-balls in Bloodbath, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's usually when my scoring ramps up on the game, because most of the time it sucks and I'm terrible at it. But every once in a while I combine something and it goes nuts.
Well, I always said there's 2 games I can actually play well, and Metallica is one of them. So
Metallica.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. They need to work on the music's clipping and causing some issues, so they're going to have to do it.
That happened on the
update.
Iron Maiden that we've all shared and passed around.
But they're going to have to do something to fix that. But otherwise, it's making me consider getting a second one.
Yeah,
I've got an LE sitting upstairs.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Played Elton John. Oh, got it again. Elton John, beautiful. Flippers felt good. Again, what did I say in the first part 1, 2, whatever? Just because I'm saying it doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Just because I said it doesn't mean it's true.
It's opinions. Opinions matter.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Elton John did nothing for me. beautiful though. Beautiful game.
It's
I mean,
beautiful game.
absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Sounded good, played well.
I'm just glad they fixed the whole flipper thing.
Yeah.
Like that was the one thing that really bothers me.
Yeah,
about
it really felt
JJPs.
good. The flippers really were a difference, but
yeah.
I've played Scooby-Doo before, and Scooby-Doo's right next to it. I went over to Scooby-Doo.
Oh.
I had a blast.
Oh boy.
I'm going to save that one because I know what you're going to ask me later. But Scooby-Doo was a lot of fun, and he's got it well dialed in. And upper playfield was working. I got the I don't even know what the multi-ball is, where you've got like two ramps.
It's a crocodile rock or something.
Oh, no, not that. No, Scooby.
Oh, Scooby, sorry.
Yeah. Scooby's upper playfield.
Ghost
You've got like
multi-ball.
two ramps that come off, and mystery machine or something. But I really had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's the two. I got to play John Wick at the auction. If we're still talking new release, I liked it. I think I played 2 whole games, but I would be interested in more.
Yeah,
it was a fun layout.
Yeah, when speaking of new releases, so when I went down to I took a work trip down to Florida, and I went to this place called Arcade Monsters, which was really cool.
Those
amazing
pictures were
artwork.
cool.
Yeah, dude, the artwork in there is awesome. It's all blacklight stuff. There's like a 10-foot tall like dragon and like all this stuff, like all the classic themes, Mario, like everything's on the walls. It's beautiful in there. But they had a whole row.
And that's Orlando?
They had actually 2 rows of pins. Yeah. And a lot of LEs. So they had an X-Men, the Uncanny X-Men LE.
Still haven't seen that,
Sitting right next to John Wick LE. And playing both of them and playing about 5 games on both of them, I found myself drawn to X-Men LE more. Okay. Right? Just, I think because the layout was so different. I enjoyed what Jack Danger did on Foo Fighters. Yeah. And he kicked it up a notch, in my opinion, on X-Men. And that game is very dangerous. The bottom part of that game's dangerous. It's tight on that. I was worried about that, but it didn't bother me that much. It's tight down on that bottom right side. The danger room, like things danger. It's a bit tricky. And then I jumped over and played Wick right after that. I probably should have played Wick first. Yeah. Because there's a lot more. I feel like there's a lot more going on in X-Men. But I got to play both of them. They were fun. Again, I don't know the rules or anything, but just shooting wise, I had a little bit more fun on X-Men. Yeah. So that's a game I think at some point I would like to. It's probably probably not a keeper. I mean, the thing.
What is a keeper for you?
Seriously, dude.
Nothing is.
Jurassic Park.
You've had like Park's 3 of those.
Keeper. No, I've had 2.
They're not keepers when you keep bringing them back.
Yeah. Well, Walking Dead. I want to hang on to Walking Dead for a while. Yeah.
Can I do like the that was
that was upstairs. That was not TVBen or me.
I was trying to do like the Office Jim Halpert, look at the camera like you're like, I'm gonna keep that. Yeah. So, no, I'll get a text from him at about March and be
Jaws,
like, I think Jaws. I've had enough of The Walking Dead, man.
Jaws. I like Jurassic Park. I like The Walking Dead. I like Maiden.
I'm doing the Jim Halpert Office look to the camera because you're lying. Nothing's a keeper. Nothing. I keep games. You don't.
Yeah, you keep too many.
I do keep too many. That is a problem. I'm not perfect.
No, dude. Yeah, you are. You're about as close as perfect as it gets, Ben. No. Your memory's perfect. Almost.
Near
perfect.
But I would love to get some time on X-Men just to see it. But what else has been out recently? So John Wick, X-Men, Metallica. We'll probably have something here in like a week or 2 from Stern, right? Yeah. They always do like an early January.
The media day is December 31st.
Oh. What's the
media
rumors?
Day. Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. And who's on the design? Borg should be back. Well, and I guess Metallica.
They were talking about maybe Eddie.
But shouldn't Borg have a new game by now somewhere that's not a redesign?
Borg, I don't know. I want him to do The Walking Dead with comic book art.
Ooh.
That's what I want. Remaster with the LCD screen.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Is the show still on?
I don't know.
I got tired of them when they...
Season 5, I was out.
Was that when they left the prison?
No.
I got done when they left the prison.
Not long after they were in the storage container.
Okay, that's beyond me. Yeah. That's beyond me.
Yeah, it went on a little long.
When there was like 2 episodes after they left the prison, and I was like, I'm done. Yeah, I'm just bored with it. There's like an episode where like Daryl was drunk and like they were like peeing around the house or something, and I was like, what is this?
They're like, this is a filler episode.
I was like, okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got out before. What was that guy's name? Negan or whatever that was bashing everybody's heads in.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey something, the big Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
I lost it. It's been a while.
I didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Well, if it's still on, then maybe they could.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to pick from. I saw the Cleveland code in Stranger Things because I know it's one of your favorite games.
It's my favorite.
The Cleveland code in there had a bunch of extra scenes from the more recent seasons, which was cool. I don't even know why I'm talking about that because you don't want to hear any of this.
I'm here to talk about pinball, whatever it is.
All right, so what do we got? X-Men. Oh, Evil Dead.
New stuff? Evil Dead.
Evil
I would
Dead.
love to see Evil Dead.
I would love to see Evil Dead 2. I was about to say Evil Dead 2. I watched Evil Dead 2.
Also.
It was okay. It was okay.
Army of Darkness is the best.
Yeah, I need to watch Army of Darkness again.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I watched it back at Halloween.
I watched Evil Dead 2 the other night over. Oh, I can hear the fan.
Fans and dogs.
Fans and dogs. I watched Evil Dead 2 over right in early part of the Christmas break.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep both nights. It was late, but I fell asleep both nights. So it took me three days to finish it. I kept waking up.
Like my wife does stuff.
And it was just screaming. Ah!
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait, something's coming. Ah!
Well, I told you the bit of trivia. Evil Dead 2 was shot in North Carolina.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
Was where was that?
On the way to the beach, 74.
Yeah. Not Wadesboro. We were talking about that.
Oh, was it? No, it was Wadesboro.
Was Wadesboro?
Yeah, it was Wadesboro. In a gym.
In a gym.
In a
Are
gym.
on the set?
And they actually, there's a guy on YouTube that goes around to filming stuff, and
Yeah.
he found the gym, and there was still stuff in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so he found that. But
Yeah.
Evil Dead, yeah, I'd like to see it. And I know I said you were streaming the other night, and somebody was talking about Spooky, and I said, I love Spooky. I do. But don't buy anything right now because it's just a haircut. Almost anything is right now.
Yeah.
But especially the spooky
This is
stuff.
like the Segway King. I mean, we're getting into pinball prices here now.
But I do love spooky stuff. I loved
Rick
Scooby.
and Morty.
Rick and Morty were great.
Rick and
Scooby's
Morty
great.
was fun. Halloween was great.
Halloween I still have because I keep games. And Halloween is great. I love it.
Did I say I was going to have him back? I don't know. I don't think it's going to work out for him.
I was like a consultant for this show.
Yeah, you were. He was. He came in. He started fixing mics.
Well, I was a consultant before this became.
Yes, he was.
Any of this, but
no, but Halloween.
Halloween's great.
I never had a single problem with Halloween.
Well, you remember what happened with mine?
What happened with yours?
I kept having issues on that outer loop in the back underneath the playfield. I kept losing a ball into the cabinet every now and then, and I finally took everything apart. And
nobody wants to take those playfields off.
Oh, it was work too.
That
was a lot of work.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, and again, I love you, Spooky. There was like a deck screw holding in like the upper playfield on one part, and I was like, it was one of those like long.
Well, the good news is if you store it in a warehouse, it's not going to corrode.
Right, it'd be fine. But yeah, I got that long wood screw out and stuff, and I finally figured it out, and it was a pad for a target
foam,
pad.
right?
Yeah, target foam pad. I somehow had laid in the ball path.
You couldn't see it from any angle. You couldn't see it.
I remember I sent you guys the picture. I was like, finally found it. Yeah. So I don't know how that got there.
Launching the ball into the air, and it was just getting stuck. Right?
Yeah. So if you did a slow roll, the angle would change on how it was going around. But yeah, if you were going fast, it would hit that and drop in. But great game. Other than that little issue I had, which is solved now.
And the diverter in the back. That one thing. If you pick the shot from the right flipper clean and fast, it'll go up to the top level, hit that diverter, and sometimes it'll kick it straight down.
It's like nope.
Yeah, it's like they need that diverter needs to be like they need to do something with the angle on that to keep it from. But some people were saying if you raise the plastic, the ball kind of goes up higher and then it won't bounce so hard and come back. But
and the only other thing people that I know had, and I did this, I did it at Abari on theirs when I was doing some stuff for them. I did it on mine. It's just the motors for the Michael. They gave you the new ones that were better, and they've been fine.
Yeah.
But great game though. I love it. But I almost wore my spooky shirt. I was deciding it was, but it's short sleeves and it's not the nicest weather today here in North Carolina.
Yeah,
it's
and you got to get some sun on those guns before you bring them out here.
That ain't gonna happen. You gotta see. We were comparing how white I am. The cameras are set up exactly the same lighting. Look at tan versus.
Yeah, I got crow's feet, man. You're gonna look this age forever. I'm gonna look like a raisin in another 10 years. Too much time in the sun.
Somebody's gonna be older soon anyway.
Yeah,
we avoiding that subject
very soon.
We already said you were getting a cake with.
I'm getting
sorry.
Cake. Yeah, 2 cakes.
Well, I meant the sorry nobody cares it's your birthday because it's.
Hey, but you know what? I care because I bought my own cake.
I was joking before we were doing this, and I said, it's that garbage week in between Christmas and New Year's, and nobody cares.
Yep.
It's his birthday week.
I know like 3 or 4 people that have a birthday between Christmas and New Year's, and they all say the same thing. It's great.
Well, I saw the thing the other day. What was it on? And it was like, this is the week you're confused, full of cheese, and don't know what day of the week it is.
Yeah, I didn't know it's Saturday.
Yeah,
I didn't even know it was Saturday. Yesterday, you could have told me it was Friday. I'd be like, you're wrong.
Sure.
No, it's bizarre.
Yeah,
Christmas in the middle of the week is interesting.
Well, I've always voted. I think the only one that they do it with Thanksgiving. I think Halloween and Christmas should be scheduled just like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Friday
Hot
should
takes.
be the Friday. The hot takes. Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Just have it like lined up, like Christmas on a Tuesday, Christmas on a Thursday. It's just weird. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what day it should be.
The thing I do like is usually get a day off of work around it. Too. Yeah, like when it's on Friday, like you can go home early on Thursday, and then you get Friday off. I like it when it's like towards the middle or end of the beginning or end of the week. Because it usually rolls into a weekend. You take one day and be off for a while.
I would settle for not even touching Christmas, and we adjust Halloween.
Yeah, that's fair.
Make Halloween the
fourth
Friday of the month.
Yeah,
be on a Friday. Thanksgiving's fourth Thursday. Halloween's fourth Friday.
Although if I did have a birthday any other time, I would pick Halloween.
Yeah,
because you could always have a party and people would dress up.
Yeah, Halloween. Here's your other hot take. Yeah. I like Halloween better than Christmas.
I agree with you.
Hot takes.
I agree with you, especially at my age.
Oh, yeah. Halloween's great.
You talked to me when I was 10. I'm like, you're crazy, dude.
Yeah.
But now, I agree with that one.
Well, Christmas is every day for us now.
Yeah, seriously.
What have you bought this month?
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, it's the December of brutality. Turtles and The Walking Dead this month.
Walking Dead.
That's just, I like getting my ass kicked.
Yeah.
And I haven't said what's coming in on loan, but that's coming in December too. That's going to beat the shit out of me.
Can you see what's leaving over there? You kind of
you can kind of see. So
he's making me take stuff back home.
Okay, so right now I have three games on loan from TVBen.
One is right behind
Transformers,
me.
Deadpool, and Johnny Mnemonic. And I thank you for loaning me those games. I'm going to officially say that in front of the world.
Yeah,
or at least anybody who watches this.
I have too many games.
Ben's got a lot of games, but it's nice because I never would have thought to play Johnny Mnemonic. I'm like, it's an older guy. It's okay. Yeah, okay. I played it. It's super fun.
Give it a try.
I like Johnny Mnemonic more than Transformers.
Give it a try, everybody. Do not listen to.
Fast.
You can look on. I said earlier, like everybody's looking for validation in what they bought. Like, I bought the new Jaws. Is that cool? Am I cool now? And it's like, no, you don't care. Just get what you want. Johnny Mnemonic is a great game. A lot of people pass it up because it's old.
Wait till I come home with Thunderbirds, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rebrand that thing. I'm making it into Team America. It's happening. I'm gonna print so much stuff.
That would be so good.
I may learn how to pinball code just so I can program that game.
I wonder what system are they even using for that? I've never even touched any of their stuff.
Commodore 64.
DOS
you have to plug the
3.0.
Computer into the back, and you got to use the dedicated computer keyboard.
It might be basic. You never know. It might just be.
Telling you, I can't find him. You can't find him. Find me a Thunderbirds for under.
I turned to your
$2,800. Under $2,800, and you get my attention.
Yeah, do it.
HurryUpPinball@gmail.com.
But
Thunderbirds. Yes. It needs to be driving distance. I'm sure shit ain't gonna drive anywhere for that game over like 2 hours.
But point being, stop playing for status. Play for fun. Johnny Mnemonic is a fun game.
Yeah,
it's an older game, but it's still good.
Yeah, and I'd never played Transformers till you got it. That LE behind you, it's pretty game too.
Yeah,
it's mean and it's fast. That's Gomez. I always thought Gomez, because my first game that I really got into that was designed by Gomez was Deadpool, and it felt really friendly.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is fun. I still think that's one of the best games, especially if you're just getting into pinball.
Yeah,
because it's fun, it's goofy, doesn't take things too serious. You can get
rules
through
aren't
it.
deep.
Rules aren't too deep. It's pretty straightforward.
You know my thing on that. Yeah.
And it's fun. And I thought, Gomez makes some like pretty mellow, fun games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you loan me Johnny Mnemonic. And then I bought a James Bond.
He's made some kickers.
Yeah. I say it, man. It's like everybody's like, oh, Deadpool's an easier shooter. It's fun. And then, people would say, I feel like it's kind of a little too easy. It's not my, and I'm like, dude, buy a Bond. Mm-hmm. Cause he's like, okay, you want a hard game? I'll give you a hard game.
Bond is a hard game.
That game's tough. You have one. You have a premium.
Got the premium.
I sold my pro. I never said it was a keeper, but it did stick around for like a year and a half. I was an early adopter of that game when the code was super thin.
Yeah.
And it kept getting better and better. And where it's at now, it's loaded. That game is loaded with code and assets.
Well, it came into Abari while I was there. What was that, November of 2022, somewhere in there, and I loved it then. The Pro came in, and I was like, "This is really good." And yeah, Troy got one. You ended up with one, and it's like, "Yeah,
I got my money's worth out of that game.
I'm gonna have to get it."
I had fun on that game. It was a good time. I actually sold it to somebody who had one, and they sold theirs, and they're like, "I want it back. I miss it so much." I'm like, "All right."
Somebody like you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Don't play for status.
Yeah.
Play what you want. It's fun.
And you know what? Just because you buy a game doesn't mean you're stuck with it forever either. Just keep that in mind. I mean, I've moved almost probably 50 games in 8 years.
I haven't even kept track.
And they are, granted, they are expensive. Some of them I was buying new, but a lot of them I buy used. You get the experience, you get to play them. If you don't like them, you move them on.
Yep.
As long as you don't overpay for games. That's the thing.
Right.
Like, don't overpay for games. My biggest loss on a game, and I haven't taken it yet because I've been able to roll it into something else. I mean, we're talking almost $4,000.
Was it GNR?
I bought one brand new after the price increase.
Yep. Hey, but you can get them on sale right now. Hey, there's James.
$89.95.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
There's Metallica.
This is like, see, I'm looking at all the older stuff over here that doesn't have advertisements. He's getting all the commercials over there.
Well, that was the code update that I got. Yeah. Oh, there's the Jurassic Park topper flashy garbage.
Stroke.
Oh, I don't know. Who did that? Because it's fine otherwise. It goes into a nice fade effect, but
I'm going to put some LEDs up there because I think that topper needs to be lit up more. It's too dark.
Well, I updated the code yesterday, which is probably just to get the Metallica
the animation
message.
to go get you buy one. But they knew it was for you.
I don't know when they changed that topper code, but something's changed recently. I don't remember it being that.
I'm too busy playing it to look at the topper. And I already know what game it is, but it says it anyways.
Well, that was an episode a while back. Is all the toppers are just Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaws.
Yeah.
What did I say on that? I did a video on, was it the Jurassic Park topper, I think, when I had unboxed it a few years ago. And I said they should just do every topper like Black Knight.
They just take a picture of the play. You can take a picture of the back box, the translite, and then make a mini version and stick it right on top and light it up.
Yeah. But I said everything should be like Black Knight. So Jurassic Park should be a talking dinosaur head. Deadpool should have been a talking Deadpool head. They should have just kept that going.
You know what he's going to make me bring up? He's going to make me bring up the fact that he said he wasn't sure if the Black Knight topper was worth the money when he bought it. What'd you pay? $450?
I think $500. It's a different world.
It was a different world.
Boy, have we gone from they keep talking about timeline jumps and all this.
Yeah.
What a timeline jump from that was early 2020 to now. And a $500 topper was unheard of at that point.
That's pretty insane.
And now it's like $500. Well, geez, why not?
I was talking to Matt, and he's a huge Rush fan. His favorite band.
How much was that?
He bought an Ellie. Dude, it was like almost $2,000. But he loves that game. It is. If like for me, if somebody made a Tool pinball machine and they're like topper's $1,500, like I don't care, I'm buying it. It's gonna be awesome. The artwork's gonna be awesome. It'll be Geiger-esque or Alex Gray or whatever his name is who does all the Tool artwork. Dude, that game would be beautiful, and I would buy an LE of that game. There's very few things that I would buy an LE of. I would buy that if it had their music. Yeah, I'd be all over it. But the problem is you'd never get through a mode because the songs are all 10
oh god, yeah, you'd never hear the end of the song.
But it's cool because you're just jamming the whole time, right? But no, he was in a lot, and he told me because at that point I don't think we always talked about the $10,000 barrier.
Well, that was the joke for years is $10K by Christmas. Now,
yeah,
that's what it is.
It's gone. We blew past that shit.
Yeah, what's Metallica Premium? 96, 97?
I was in on a Jaws LE. This was before the price hike. I put my name down and said, yeah, I want to get one if they come out because we didn't know if they were going to make them or not. And then as everybody found out, my buddy called me and said, hey, he said, you still want an LE? I'm like, no, dude. I said, because the price jumped dramatically. And what was Jaws, like 12? I think it was like 11.5 or 12 for the LE. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, dude, I'm premium. I'm good on the premium. I'll dress it up. I'm like, so the Trinity, right? For me, Art Blades, Shaker, Invisiglass. So almost any game that I had, I haven't put a shaker in Turtles yet, but Art Blades and Visaglass.
Yeah.
Some games I'm like, if
And
I'm not sure if I'm
Visaglass
going to keep it.
That's the one I will not cross.
Yeah. I never thought I would, but
Well, and especially
man,
with 16 games.
yeah,
No.
that's too many. That's too many. I have like 10 sheets of standard glass back there. And whenever, if I sell a game or something, I'll go and I'll look for a clean sheet. But some of those cruddy games I bought have really bad sheets of glass. And I'm like, I just need to smash them and get them out of here. Cause I'm like,
I did. I had a big stack of them before I moved years ago. And I had bought a lot of, that's the other thing that's changed is you're not buying these old games anymore. They're hard to find and stuff, but had a lot of scratched up glass. And you ever watch the guys put it like in between two pallets and put the glass and walk on it and bounce on it? And then, you take a hammer to that corner and it just
yeah,
goes
I had
everywhere.
one explode on me.
One. A couple.
When I did the floors down here, it was all concrete, and I took a sheet of standard glass, and I just loaned Elvira to Lance, and I got it back.
Oh yeah.
So it had standard glass on. Usually when I loan them out, I'll keep the Invisiglass because I'll throw it on whatever game I've got, if it's a loaner or whatever. But man, I barely touched the corner of that sheet of glass to the ground.
Gone.
That damn thing exploded.
It's like a shotgun.
It was in the middle of this room over here.
Yeah.
And it just went to the floor, and I look over, and it had thrown a couple shards of glass in Elvira. And I was like, oh no. So I had to go through the whole game with a vacuum very gently, and there's only a couple pieces, but
yeah, I had it happen in the garage once, and I found glass when I moved.
Yeah,
that was behind stuff that you never even knew.
It explodes.
Everywhere.
I was shocked at. I was glad I didn't get cut because it hit me all over the place.
Yeah,
and I'm like, damn it.
It'll scare you.
Yeah, and I barely touched that corner of the concrete.
Doesn't
it was
take much.
Done, man.
But you can take a hammer to the middle of it.
Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah, seriously, it'll just put a scratch in it, right?
Maybe
right in the middle.
Maybe.
Yeah, I need to go through those sheets of glass. I have all these boxes. The Invisiglass came in, and they're all like regular sheets of glass, and I don't know which ones are bad or good. I need to clean them out. It's taking up like half of the room over there, just sitting in the corner. All right,
Where's your subject at?
It's right here. Oh, you know what? I think it's time for some hot takes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
There it is. Hot takes with TVBen. You like that? A little fire?
Is that actual wood or I can't tell from?
Oh, it's burning.
Well, we're looking at a smaller picture up here.
Yeah, we're looking at the same thing you guys are. Yeah. All right. So Ben's got some hot takes, man, and I'll tell you.
Well, we joked about this one yesterday, and he was like, "Let's do this."
We did joke about it, but go ahead, Ben. Give us your hot take, man.
Hey, Scooby-Doo's better than Elton John.
Scooby-Doo is better than Elton John.
And cheaper.
Yeah. Yes.
I liked Scooby-Doo better. I know that's controversial, but I had more fun on Scooby-Doo.
I've had limited playing time on Elton John. I played it at TPF.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Beautiful game.
Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Here's the thing.
And I don't hate Elton John anyway. Like, I'm not like putting a CD in. Again.
The roof's falling. These mics pick up everything.
They do. I wouldn't like just be putting on the Elton John channel, but if the music comes on, I don't care.
Yeah.
So, but the gameplay I felt was lacking. It flowed well. That's Steve Ritchie. You know, guaranteed it's going to flow well. The flippers felt good, but yeah, Scooby, all day.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is I'm going to go over and play Elton again in the basement soon. But last time I was over there, Jen played in a tournament, and I sat down, played Scooby. I played probably 10 or 12 games on Scooby.
Yeah.
Over there, and I will say Troy's is set up really because I've played Scooby at a couple other places. I played it at TPF. I feel like at TPF they don't set the games very steep because I think they want. I don't know. This is just my thought. I could be wrong.
They're probably not going through every one of them. There's thousands of new in box getting pulled out.
Yeah, but I'm OCD, so I get out my little level and 6'6", 6'8", depending on the game.
Do my Jim Halpert look again. Yeah.
But I played it when I played it at Troy's.
Yeah.
It played so much better than all the other ones that I've played.
I don't even know what he had the pitch set at.
Yeah, it was pretty fast. The one I played at TPF was super slow.
I was impressed with something. So with the shaker motor, I liked how they incorporated the shaker motor into like the theme. It wasn't just when you're hitting a shot or doing something. Like they had it really lightly rotating when you were doing stuff like sneaking around stuff.
Oh, and you could kind of feel things moving.
Yeah, it was like
that's pretty cool. Yeah,
and I was like, oh, that's pretty neat.
Spooky does keep getting better and better. I'm interested to see how Evil Dead's going to be when it comes out. There's little stuff. There's little stuff that bugs me, on build stuff. Like I think they're
the hot glue.
Yeah, the hot glue, that would burn me up a little bit on TNA, the hot glue. And I bought a TNA CE. And
well, you know where they got that from, right?
No, where's that from?
Ben Heck loves hot glue. When he had his show and channel, everything was hot glue.
Hot glue together.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when I got that CE, I'm like, oh, yeah, it's been, 5-6 years since this game's been out. And they got a new version of it. I'm sure they're using ribbon connectors now. And just like Rick, I think Rick and Morty didn't have hot glue.
Did it? Yeah, I don't remember any in there.
Yeah. So anyways, I was like, all right, cool. And then I bought that TNAC and I brought it home and I lifted the play phone. I'm like, son of a bitch, there's hot glue everywhere. I'm like, it was powder coat. It was powder coat. That was it. It was powder coat and just the game built again.
Yeah.
That was it. I'm like, oh, come on, man. But I'm interested to see where they'll go. Like I said, Halloween, no issues with it. Rick and Morty, I did a ton of work. You spent time with that Rick and Morty too.
Played great.
It played great, but
did a lot to it.
That thing wore me out working on it. But yeah, Halloween never had to touch. Troy Scooby, I was really impressed with that. I know one of the things. I'm sorry, I'm getting away from hot takes.
Oh, so hot takes. What was my other hot take?
Godzilla.
Oh yeah, Godzilla's overrated.
Oh,
now is the rumor? I heard somebody talk about this. I've been too busy this year to keep up with everything to survive at this job. Is the rumor that they're going to just retheme Godzilla for King Kong?
I haven't heard that.
Somebody had told me that, and I was like, well, that's kind of interesting.
No, I heard there's some game coming. I don't know if it's from Stern. I don't know if it's rumored Dungeons and Dragons or Kong, but there's supposed to be some really super cool mech in it that's coming. So, yeah, I'm biased. I can't say anything bad about Godzilla because I liked it. Yeah. And it's my most successful mod I've ever made, and I enjoy playing that game. Yeah, that's great. So I'm biased. I can't say anything.
It's not a bad game. It's not a bad game.
No, but
saying something's overrated.
It's stuck at number one.
It's not a number one game. It is not number one.
Top 10. It's top 10.
Maybe top 20. But it is not number one.
Yeah, it's close to Thunderbirds though.
I mean, like Jurassic Park. When I looked the other day, and I know Pinside 100 is very biased, opinionated. You can't trust. I mean, everybody gets mad. A lot of the new games come out and it becomes number one for a little bit.
I played 4 games on it and I walked away. Yeah. I'm like, I got no useful information out of that.
Right. But like Jurassic Park, it's number 3.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. But I had Godzilla for a while and I had my fun and moved on. But it was not like everybody just keeps bowing down to this game. And I'm like, it's okay.
It's fun. It has the right balance. To me, it has the right balance of stuff. It's got... So if you look at what Keith Owen did, he had Avengers, right? Yeah. To me, Avengers is the best shooting game in a very long time. That game, I love shooting that game. It's fun. The shots are fun.
So I thought Foo Fighters had a better shot feel than Avengers.
Foo Fighters was different. To me, the flow on Foo Fighters
was an interesting flow.
I had a lot of cheap drains on.
Oh, we know. We won't even say it.
No, I punched coin door. Couple times.
Oh, we gotta say that?
I dented the coin door on my Foo Fighters premium. I did because I was so pissed. That was the 2 weeks where I went at trying to beat that game.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you were like throwing an hour at it every day. And...
Oh man, it almost ruined the game for me. It almost. I think I played it too much in too short of a time period.
Well, that'll happen.
But yeah, I was mad and like I remember punching the coin door and luckily I punched the coin door right in the slot. I don't know, the little plate that you can remove.
Slot for
the knockout slot for the bill acceptor. Yeah. So I punched that and I was like, holy shit, I just dented that. And then I'm like, son of a bitch. My knuckles hurt for like a week. I'm like, okay, we're not doing that again.
You learned. But it's not a bad game.
No.
And I'm not right. I'm just what I felt. But Godzilla's overrated. Yeah. It is not number one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's top 10. I think it's top 10.
Maybe top 20.
I think it's the right balance of, I think it appeals to a wider audience because you have some challenging shots. There's a couple difficult shots in there. It's oozing personality.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of assets in it. It's got some fun, goofy stuff. It's got some serious stuff. It's got really good code in it. There's just a ton of stuff, and you can kind of pick your adventure. That's what I like about his games.
Yeah.
You're going to call me a Keith Elwin fanboy. But
I've said more than that.
yeah, you have. I was trying to keep it clean. But yeah, I like the choose your own adventure kind of thing. So Godzilla has a little bit of that.
Did you like those books as a kid?
With the choose your own adventure?
Like go to page 68, then you're like, oh, I didn't want to fall in the volcano.
You're like, oh shit, this was a dumb one.
Yeah, move back.
Yeah, I always pick the dumb ones. I'm like, no, kill that thing.
Yeah.
Kill it and then rob those people.
Yeah. Go to page 68 and kill the dragon.
Right? Then you end up in jail, and I don't want to finish the story.
Yeah. Well, maybe you did.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's not a bad game.
No,
I'm not saying that. I
like
just don't think
I like it.
It's not at the status that it's getting, in my opinion.
I had that game for almost 2 years.
Yeah, you had it a while.
Yeah. It was fun. I had the premium. I liked it. And I had the pro for a while. Yeah. I did a trade for my Stern Indiana Jones. And
that's right. Yeah.
I put too much money in that game. And I tore the whole thing down and cleaned it. When I got that game,
August of 2023.
Harrison Ford's face was so dirty under the there's a plastic that covers this area with a ball that sits in there permanently. It was so dirty you couldn't even see him. I tore the whole top down and did new plastics, cleaned everything. It was beautiful by the time I got done, but I probably, because I shipped it too. I shipped it from California because I couldn't find one.
Yeah.
And then one shows up at the auction last week, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't that
What did it sell
bad.
for? Not much.
38.
Jeez. Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
I paid 55, and then I paid $800 to ship.
Well, you also bought in a different time period.
I did.
Yes.
I did. But yeah, it was. I don't know. I think. I don't know. When it comes to that kind of stuff, you got to try it out. And at the end of the day, you make money on some of these, you lose money on some of them. But as long as it's not crazy.
Yeah.
I joke all the time. They're like low yield CDs.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe you lose a little bit of money, but if I have a game and I play it for a year, and I lose $100 on it, I would have spent more at the arcade.
Right.
And I had it at home. Well, a lot of these games too, I like having them at home because you can hear everything. You can get familiar with the code and all that. And that's what's hard about location.
Yeah, you don't have somebody next to you playing loud.
And when it's coin drop, it's a little tough when it's coin drop because I don't want to pump $20 into one game.
Well, I mean, you're not.
I want to pay $20 to get in, play 100 games on it, and figure it out.
You're being responsible. We've always joked, you're not missing the rent. Your kids aren't starving. We're okay.
It's fun. It's something to do. I mean,
just
if I didn't have
beyond.
Ben, what would I be doing? Well, I don't know if I should ask you this question. What would I be doing if I wasn't into pinball? What would I be doing? I don't play golf.
You'd
I suck at it.
Simulator.
Yeah, I'd be in the racing simulator.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Craig got a new girlfriend. It's called Racing Simulation.
Oh yeah, we sold a couple games. Sold a couple games.
He's made room down here for them.
I got the two sitting over here. The kids play on them all the time because they're hooked up to Xboxes. The one in the office probably gets the least use, but it's fun when I get in there. It's addicting when you get in there. So.
Yeah, where we were driving the other day, was that a McLaren F1? The F1 car from '79.
Oh Lotus. No, that was the Lotus.
Lotus from '79.
Formula One Lotus from '79. That thing was fun, man.
I went home and got it too.
Yeah, it's a good car. It's drivable. The F1 cars, the current ones, those are so sensitive. I have a new respect. You get in those things, and
but they're on rails though. Those
you
new
touch
ones?
The gas in the wrong spot, and that thing.
But you can be going around that corner it
sticks.
Yeah,
you're like, this shouldn't work, but it does.
Yeah. All right. Wait. What's
Oh yeah.
What's next?
Oh yeah. Here we go.
That's the end of my hot takes.
Whew. That's the end of hot takes. All right.
I only had two.
Hot takes are going away.
Unless you want to make more up.
So we're gonna get to the next, and then we'll probably wrap it up after this.
I need to make material.
Yeah. We're getting into 10 pinball questions. So I have 10 pinball questions for you.
10 questions.
Did you like that? There's a little delay.
That's nice.
10 pinball questions for you.
Now are they gonna pop up there?
No. I'm gonna read these.
We're not that fancy.
No, we're not that fancy because I'm too lazy to type them all out.
What's going on in that blank spot over there?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
We're not looking.
I'm just gonna throw it. There it is.
It's just a big blank area.
Yeah.
Oh, Metallica Pro.
Metallica. I totally forgot. I got
distracted. Is that Pro or is that Premium? No, there's a hammer there, I think.
Is there a hammer? It looks like a hammer.
I'm really far away from it.
No, I don't think the hammer's there. That's a Pro. I think it's Pro.
I can't tell.
I threw it up there because game makes you happy.
I do like that game.
Yeah.
Both versions.
Yeah, I can't tell
all
either.
versions.
Let's see.
I'm too far away.
I don't see the metal ring in the playfield.
Oh. And that was the other thing I liked with the new one is, I like the new stern magnets.
Yeah.
And the magnet for the new one is bigger.
It's good. Yeah.
And it helps with, anybody that played it, the old ones, you always had trouble getting the hammer to grab magnet-wise. And
yeah.
this just
Nice.
got it.
Yeah, it's only been like, what, 10 years? I had 10 years to fix it?
11 years, yeah.
All right. Ready? We're gonna go
questions.
through
Are
this.
these rapid fire?
We'll just go through them. You want to sit and ponder them? We drag this out. I'll play some music. I don't have any music queued up, but I can play some. All right.
Gonna get a band in here?
Question number 1.
Yes.
See, I need some call outs to let you know when you're wrong, like really offensive ones. Wrong. How many flippers are there on Wonka?
On Wonka?
Yeah.
Let's see. Got the 2 main. I haven't looked at that game in 2 years.
I know. That's why I asked, because I know you love that game. That's how I met Ben, by the way.
It was. I had put Wonka in at the basement arcade, and something was wrong with it. Was it
The slingshot rubber, just like on my Guns N' Roses when I got it new. A month later, the slingshot rubber broke.
Yeah.
Home play, right? Slingshot rubber broke.
Yeah, I came down to repair it, and there was this guy.
I turned it off. As soon as it broke, I saw it was broken. I turned it off and told the bartender. And they called you, and you came in. And that's how we met.
Yeah, it was like a Saturday, random Saturday, something.
Yeah.
Let's see. You've got the one that's coming out.
Are on Wonka.
You've got the kick out on the left and the little flipper there, but I feel like there's one more, so I'm going to go with 4.
You are correct.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 2.
Yeah.
So you're 1 for 1. It's pretty good.
Hey.
How many people are on the Tron Pro backglass?
Well, that's difficult because there was multiple versions. You had the 2 girls. You had Clue.
One.
The standard one?
Standard backglass. They didn't do pros. They did like pro and LE. There wasn't a premium or anything.
Well, the pro runs changed. So they had like the Clue Translite. Then they had the one with the girls.
The OG one. Yeah, the OG one.
The OG with like the 3D effect one that was on the LE. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Let's see. You would have had the dude. You would have had his kid. You would have had, what was the guy that yelled for libations? Wasn't he
Rinsler.
on there?
Was that Rinsler? No, the guy who ran the party.
Yeah. Libations. I'm going to go with 4.
You are correct. It's 4.
Yeah.
I think it's, you have, dude, I forget their names, but the 2 main characters, the guy and the girl.
Yeah.
And then you had the dad.
The dude.
And then the other dude who was the evil version of
Clue.
Clue. Yeah, it was Clue. I always get a Clue. Who was the other guy with Clue in that movie? You had...
Well, that's
the
the libations
Clue,
dude, right?
And then, and then you had his little helper. It doesn't matter. We'll keep rolling.
Okay.
You're right. 4.
Okay.
Name 2 games with a moving upper playfield.
Moving?
Moving upper playfield.
What do we consider moving?
Anything that moves. It's not stationary.
Well, meaning like the actual playfield moves?
The playfield moves. The upper playfield moves.
The playfield moves?
I got 3 listed here.
We're not talking a mechanism, but the actual playfield moves.
Yeah, it can be controlled by something. It's not a stationary upper playfield.
Well, you might have me on that one. What would have... I'm confused at the questioning of moving upper playfield.
Okay.
So I'm imagining...
Here's a playfield. Here's an upper playfield. The upper playfield moves in the gameplay.
Okay. Indiana Jones.
Gotcha.
So the Path of Adventure. Let's see. This one doesn't move.
Nope.
It's just got magnets.
Yeah.
Moving upper playfield. So a tilting upper playfield.
I got 2 more.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I might have missed something, but I'll give you bonus points if you. I'll give you bonus points if you get the 3 of them.
Moving upper playfield. Black Knight doesn't move.
You don't know how happy this makes me that he can't get this right now.
These are good questions. This is actually really good
they
trivia.
get better.
Yeah.
It's TVBen, man. You can't be asking basic questions. He's got a crazy memory.
Really try. Oh, Johnny Mnemonic.
Johnny Mnemonic?
Hand moves.
Is that considered a playfield?
I don't know. It moves it over to the playfield.
The
playfield tilts up when you get multi-ball.
I'll give you a maybe on that one.
It kickstands up and then the balls fall out.
All right, you want the answers for the other 2?
Yeah.
I'm only giving you half points for that one.
That moves.
Come on, there's 2 more.
Okay, what are they?
All right, I'll give you a hint. One's a Brian Eddy game.
All right, that could be a few. So what? Medieval, Cactus Canyon.
Great pinball machine, terrible movie.
There's so many of those.
Come on.
I was going to say that could be like Demolition Man. That's a great pinball machine, terrible movie.
I was going to make a joke about the main actor in it, but I realized it was probably in poor taste, so I'll leave that one alone.
Okay, probably for the best. I don't know. Who are we talking?
Shadow.
Oh, Shadow. Yeah. Well, I've never owned one, actually.
All right, you want the other one?
Sure.
All right. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
Boat moves.
Yeah, it does move.
Did I miss anything?
Is that considered a playfield, though?
Yeah. The ball's up there, and it's got flippers on it.
Oh, you mean
it doesn't
the new
have
one.
to have flippers.
The new one.
Yeah, the new one.
Okay, I was thinking the old one. I was thinking the boat just goes back and forth. That's not really... I guess it spins on the stern one.
Yeah, it's got the disc.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 4.
Johnny Mnemonic moves.
The hand moves.
The playfield
Sometimes
flips
it doesn't.
up.
Sometimes the thing just drops the ball. It's like, ah.
The playfield flips up to release the balls.
The playfield does flip up. Okay.
Full credit.
All right. Full credit. I will give you full credit on that. It's a bullshit answer, but I'll give you full credit on it.
That's right.
All right. Only because I know this is one of your favorites.
What question are we on? 4?
Number 4.
Okay.
Who designed JJP's The Hobbit?
Oh, designed it? I know who did code. I have no idea who designed it.
Yes.
Because Keith did the code, right?
Yeah. Joe Balser.
Well, see.
All right.
Well, I mean, am I really going to read up on a game I can't stand?
Maybe you heard it in passing while you were walking somewhere
I'm
where
sure
Troy
I've
was
read
ranting
it
about
somewhere.
it, and you'll remember it.
Well, nobody's walking around like Joe Balser's new game, man.
You do realize anybody else who comes on the show is going to get like cake questions, right? These are just for you.
That's fine.
All right, here we go. How many characters are on the right side of the Family Guy cabinet? Not the back box, just the cabinet.
Cabinet?
You own this game, and it's been in your garage, and the right side has been facing you for the last, year?
Maybe. Is the chicken on? Are we talking back box or just cabinet?
Just the cabinet.
All right. Cabinet, I think, has
Name them, and I'll...
Lois, the chicken, Peter, Brian? Is that it? Is there one more?
No, there's 5 more.
5 more. So what? Is Joe on there? Wheelchair?
I can't remember. I just wrote down the number.
I have no idea then.
9.
9.
There are 9 characters on the cabinet of Family Guy on the right hand side. I don't know about the left because it's buried behind Super Mario.
Did you come up with these, or were these
I
somewhere?
did. No, I looked these up.
What made you think of this? Like,
it's because the games. Like, I got to pick stuff that you kind of have, right?
Oh, yeah.
Make it a little easier.
well, I don't have the Hobbit.
Speaking of easy questions, who made Stargate?
Golly. Or Kurt Russell, or
Hey, Kurt Russell, yeah, the Gate, Man Bear Pig.
yeah, Man Bear Pig.
All right, I have a feeling.
James Spader.
All right, you want to take a guess?
Who made it?
Yeah, there's actually 2 people listed here.
Oh, design wise?
Yeah, who designed it?
Oh, I don't know the Gottlieb designers at all.
John Norris and Ray Tanzer are listed as the game designers.
Could have had a gun on me. I wouldn't
All
have
right.
Yeah.
All right, you better get this one right. Who did the call-outs on roller games?
On roller games? That was the guy that for the short-lived show. I don't know his name. But Williams really went all in on... They were supposed to do American Gladiators, and they chose roller games, which was... They chose poorly. I love roller games, by the way, but that show was like, what,
I love
one
roller
season?
games, too. I would take a roll... If I could find a nice roller games for about $2,200-$2,300, I'd be all over it.
I was trying a couple years ago. There was one at the auction, and they would not...
Jackie's. I should have bought your roller games.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was one at the auction a couple years ago, and I was trying to get it. They wanted too much for what it was.
Is that going to be the thing that ruins our friendship, Ben? We go to the
Roller games?
auction and there's a roller games.
No, I had roller games once.
I've always wanted that. I don't know
Long,
why. I think
long
it's
time
all
ago.
the advertising in the middle of the play field, like Orange Crush, Pepsi.
Yeah,
like,
but when you get the, rock and roller games, you get that and the don't flip, and all that.
Yeah.
It's now I don't know the guy's name, but I know it was just that
So,
show was barely a season.
according to Pinside, Steve Ritchie did call-outs for roller games.
Well, of course he did, but I thought you meant like the regular stuff.
Come on, it's Steve Ritchie. He does everything.
Well, yeah, he's a call out in every game.
That
he's
one,
made.
that one I played. I loved it because that one I played at TPF. We had like a little tournament on it, a couple of us, and I look up on the back glass, and it was signed by Steve Ritchie, and he signed it right on the girl's butt. Big letter. Steve Ritchie.
Well, that's one of the brighter areas of the translite. So
I'm sure that's why he signed it right there.
Right. Steve's a good dude.
What else we got? We got a couple
Those
more.
are good questions.
Name 2 games that have toilets on the play field. There's actually 3.
All right, South Park.
That I found.
Yeah, South Park
South
definitely does. Does Junkyard have a toilet?
Junkyard does have a toilet. I will give you full credit for that.
And there's a third one. Third game with a toilet
surprised.
on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would be the third one? I'm
Austin
trying not
Powers.
to waste time. Oh, yeah, Austin Powers,
We're
which
at 50.
turned into Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no toilet on Iron Man.
No. But
All
Austin
right.
Powers was a toilet.
All right. Here we go. We got 2 left to go.
Oh, okay.
Who designed Big Bang Bar?
Again, a game I don't care about.
Everybody should know, right? Because it's a super expensive game and everybody loves it.
That was Capcom. So,
Capcom.
Yeah.
Is it the same people that made Street Fighter?
no. That was
Was that Gottlieb?
That was Gottlieb.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
Capcom had some good stuff. Break Shot was a great game.
Yeah.
I love Break Shot.
Break Shot's fun.
Break Shot, what was the Magic? Why did I go blank on that one?
Magic Girl?
No, not Magic Girl.
Magic Castle? Magic.
Yeah.
Just say Magic again.
There's a game that involves magic that I'm going blank on from them as well. That was a fun one, but
Theater Magic.
No idea. No idea who designed that game.
That would be Melvin Bauer Williams and Rob Morrison. Never heard of either.
Those sound made up.
See, yeah, no.
That was like Melvin Robert Williams.
All right, you better get this one right. What 1987 Williams game had non-traditional slings?
Non-traditional slings in 1987. Fire came out in 87, but did it have non-traditional slings? Wouldn't say that.
It's the only game I've ever seen that had. Well, yeah.
Big Guns? No, Big Guns would have been later.
I've only seen it for sale once on Pinside.
Big Guns was 88. What games were out in 87? Pinbot was 86.
It was made by Barry Ausler.
Fire was Barry Ausler in 87. Did he do 2 games in 87?
He's listed. Unless Pinside's wrong. Pinside's the Bible, right?
Well, I mean,
Not the comment section.
According to some, yeah. God, what else would have come out in 87? Why am I going blank on that? I can name around all
I always get mad because whenever I think it's this game coming up for sale, and it's not. It's another game that has a very similar title.
Well, due to time restraints, what?
I'm killing him with this one. Space Station.
Space Station.
It has no slingshots.
Was Space Station 87?
87. So it comes down like this.
Uh-huh.
It comes down, and instead of having slingshots here,
Yeah.
the slings are built into where the ball rolls.
Oh.
So if it hits it, it throws it way
Yeah.
up the playfield. It's
I
trippy.
really, I've only played one of them like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
I played it once in person, and I was like,
Yeah.
huh, that's kind of cool. It's different. But man, it sucks when the ball comes down over and they're like, oh, it's hitting the slingshot.
But wasn't Fire in 87 as well?
I think so. We can ask Lance.
Yeah.
Lance knows everything pinball.
Sorry, Lance.
We gotta get him to finish that game. and play.
Yeah, is it up and running? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Is it even in his house?
I don't know.
No idea.
Is Lance in his house, or did he get forced to move to the garage?
We have no idea.
Yeah, we don't. It's time for a
Haven't been
wellness
over there
check.
in a while. Yeah. Yeah, I need to do a welfare check on that. What, did we cover all your
Yeah,
stuff?
I think
Those
we're
are
good.
really good questions.
Yeah,
You really
I had to
worked
go a
on
little.
that.
I had to go a little tough on you on that one, just because I can't be like, oh,
That's tough.
who made Jurassic Park?
Which one?
Which one? Who did code? All right. Well, I mean, we went longer than that. It was just almost an
54
hour.
minutes. Yeah, I told you.
All right,
It wasn't
yeah.
going to be difficult to do.
I talk too much, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to change the rules on the podcast.
Everybody knows.
They do. All right. Well, with that,
Well, that was fun. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. Thanks
Maybe
for
I
being
can
a
come
guest.
back.
I hope the coffee wasn't terrible. I'm gonna
No, it
give
was
you
good.
a complimentary micro
I get to
center
keep
mug.
this?
Yeah, you can keep that one.
Now, is this an autograph or just
Yeah,
to
don't
show
wash it. Don't put it in the dishwasher.
Yeah, is
and
it
if the paint
dishwasher
starts
safe?
chipping, throw it away immediately.
Microwave and dishwasher safe. Yes.
Yeah. See,
That's a win. I'll hand
this
wash
one.
it.
This
just to
one
be
isn't.
careful.
It's coming off.
Did you show everybody what you had?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they probably saw it. This is a fantastic Deadpool mug.
Deadpool.
With, riding a unicorn. It's got glitter, which my wife hates, which always makes fun for me because I just put a little
like-
piece of glitter on her. She gets
Yeah.
nuts.
But yeah, no, seriously, thank you. You did good. If you ever show off what you built and all the work,
At some point I'll do that.
yeah,
It's fun. I enjoy building crap. You know me.
we'll get better.
It's a challenge.
You'll get this all down to a science.
Yeah, it'll be fun, and we'll get some new games in here. I'll get some more streams going on.
Yeah.
That being said, I wanted to thank everyone for joining us and hanging out. And if you haven't checked out the streams on YouTube, I have tons of streams. I'm at episode, I think, 309 the other night. I'm putting all the old stuff that I pulled down for a little while back up. Tons of games to go look at. You can go watch, see if you like to play, because again, they're expensive. You know, you want to know as much as you can. You know, most times before you buy something. And then the tutorials are out there, teach you basic stuff on how to fix things. We might get TVBen in here to do some technical stuff too when it comes to repairs and information, little segments. So
I'd be happy to.
We will work on that. You're the guy that should do it too. So we'll do that. And then if you have any interest in mods, I got mods on the Pinside shop for Godzilla, for Deadpool. I got some stuff for James Bond. I have a couple Stranger Things camera mods left. They're cheap. They're $35 right now. I'm blowing them out. That's it. That's the end of the Stranger Things camera.
35 millimeter, $35.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. So, all right. With that, I'm going to end my podcast like I do my streams. Stay safe and play more pinball.